Hey guys, this is Zach from Team Dreadnought bringing you Brant Gate Prison deck profile. I already showed you guys Orifice, so here's the second half. Start with the ride line. We have Aurora Battle Princess Ruby Red, your starter. Then you have Aurora Battle Princess, I'm gonna mess up on these names, Kyanite Blue. When she's ridden on Vanguard, you search your deck for a prison and add the hand. We'll get to her actual abilities. I do play 3 of her in the deck. Then we have Aurora Battle Princess Rizette Pink. When she's placed on Vanguard, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and they imprison it. I don't play her in the deck, so we'll go over her other ability is if one or more of your opponent's cards are imprisoned, she gets 2k. Continuous, so I do is during your opponent's turn as well, yeah. So she's just a 12k, I mean, there's just better grade 2s to play than a 12k attacker, so we don't play her sadly. Then the beef, big girl herself, Aurora Battle Princess Seraph Snow. Continuous, if there's a card in your opponent in your prison, she gets 10k. And then if there are 3 or more, she gets a drive. That top ability is important because when you hit your over trigger, which I'll re-go over it when I hit it, that means she's 20k. That means when you hit your over trigger, she gets double that power because it's a continuous ability. So, and her other ability is Counterblast 1, once per turn. Vanguard or Rearguard, by the way. You can choose 2 your opponent's cards and they get imprisoned. You pretty much want to just primarily persona ride with her, but if your opponent has a big field and you really have nothing else that can imprison, then throw 2 of her down, go for it. Take 4 dudes for Counterblast 2. That's what you do. So that's the ride line. That's what we're working with. Then we go on to triggers. We're playing 3 draws. Fronts are very viable, but in decks where I get multiple drive checks, I prefer the draws because I just want a bigger hand. The deck doesn't have that much going for it at the moment, so to just be able to guard and live is what we really want to do. I will test fronts because we get the new fronts with the extra shield value, and they become a bit better with Fest collection. So I will be doing a profile on that as well, and I will be testing out fronts. Then we have a total of 8 critical triggers. Always. I don't really foresee myself ever playing not 8. It's just too good of a trigger. Then we have the 4 heals. Basic, 4 heals. Always play 4 heals. Because now you have pretty much 5 of them with your over trigger. And since my ability is pretty simple in the over trigger, I'll just go over it again. When you trigger it, your entire front row gets double power and double crit. Very simple. Going on to grade 1s. This is Taboo. I'm playing 1 prison. People play 2, I see the argument. I just don't feel I need to waste a spot playing 2 prison. I think 1 is just fine. You're probably throwing down a booster behind your Vanguard for like next turn or grade 3 anyway. May as well just throw it down to rest it, get your prison out, or rest your Vanguard, get your prison out. 1 is perfect. Then we have 2 high-speed Robo. I'm gonna attempt to pronounce his name. Shovel Stud. I don't personally care too much about this card. Act, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, choose an opponent's rearguard and imprison it. Then, when you imprison that unit, it becomes 3 or more cards that are imprisoned, you get to draw 1 card. That doesn't come up too often, and I think it's way too hefty of a cost to just draw 1 card when we have Kyanite Blue. But we play 2 of it because not much else to play. You probably take 1 out or even both of them for this dude right here, Atomic Caution. He's just either a 10k booster, or if your opponent were to leave something in your prison, if they just really don't care about your abilities, he's a 10k shield, which is nice because not a lot of things, there's no 10k shields at the moment unless they get shield value, and some things are just worth a 10k shield, so you're not wasting a 15, you know, you have him in your hand to do it, or as I said, 10k booster, hit the numbers. Then we have 3 Detonate Mutant Bombamine, 3 to 4 of so far in almost any Brant Gate deck because he's just so good. If you have a set order when he's done boosting, pop him in Soul, I'll flip 1 damage. You don't really run out of Soul too much in this deck, I found, but you definitely can go over your Counterblast limit with Seraph almost every turn, or you know, your boy High Speed Robo. So the Soul is nice and the unflip is definitely nice, but I don't think you need 4 of them in this deck too much. Then we're now explaining Kyanite's Blue's rearguard ability. When placed, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. If there is 1 card at least or more imprisoned in your prison, draw 1 card. It is an on place, not an act compared to Shovel. but she doesn't require 3. I think it's just a better cost to counter +1, soul +1 to draw 1 at almost any point in the game, opposed to maybe, you know. He might get better later on because they probably will definitely have more cards that are gonna be in your prison. So we'll test it out. We'll see how we go. Then the last one is 4 PGs. You already know, Team Dreadnought, 4 PGs, nothing more than 4 PGs. Always run them. On to grade 2s. This is one of the grade 2s that I'm playing over Rizat because I just feel its power is a bit better than just her being a 12k all the time, and that is Grapple External. When he attacks, there's one card, there's at least one or more cards in your prison, he gets 5k. Just a very solid attacker, hits some numbers. Again, I think he's better than the +2 that she gets, even though hers is all the time. Then we have 4 Security Patroller. On place, Soul Blast 1, imprison a card. He comes out for the yellow one from Fez Collection. I can't quite remember her name at the moment. But at the moment, he's nice. You know, just on place, snag 1, work combos, take 3. Then we play 4 Aurora Battle Princess, Agua Rouge. On place, Soul Blast 1, imprison a unit. And then her other ability is if you have 2 or more of your opponent's cards in your prison, she gets shield +5 or power +5. Now she's also an on place, but her power gain is worth it. As I said, I just think power +5 is just much better than the power +2. And she can imprison something on place. I think it's just real nice. Plus she can get some shield if you can take it and they keep them in there, intercept, more shield, more power for your attacking. Then we're going up with the grade 3s. I'll just reveal these ones first. We're playing 3 in the main deck, Persona Riding, or as I said, if they really have a whole field and you can't do anything else, throw it down. It works in Rigor too. And then the other one is Grand Road Fair Tygar. Act Soul Blast 1 once per turn. He gets +2 and he imprisons something. Just a very simple card to take a 3rd unit if you activated Seraph this turn, a 4th unit if you do whatever else. He's not hard once per turn, so you have 2 of them on left and right. You can just Soul Blast 2, take 2, they get +5. That makes them 15s, 25s on the Persona Ride. It's just a real good card. Nothing else ready to play at the moment because everything else is revolved around the World deck. So he's our best bet at the moment. That is the Brant Gate Prison deck profile. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and let us know what you think about it.